Alrighty, quick little tidbit. I gotta turn my music off here. Okay. Quick little tidbit that I've recently learned within the past month or so. You always hear the term quadriplegic and paraplegic. Well, paraplegic would be loss of the lower extremity, loss of the capability of using the lower extremities, being your legs. Well, quadriplegic, also known as, and this is the tidbit I'm referring to that I just learned in the past month, can also be referred to as tetraplegia. Oh, pause real quick because I know the man that's about to pop out. Yo, Demi!
What's up,
man? Dude, what are you doing here?
How was you?
Alright, what is good? Previous little update I just did had me running into an old classmate of mine who's going through the program that I just went through at MPTI, because he did about half of it, then he had to take a leave of absence, and just got caught up with him, so that was really interesting and neat, and good to hear on some doings of other people. And yeah, just got off the phone or the horn with my clown father, and always enjoy joking around with him. Definitely always brings a smile about. One thing I was going to show earlier, well, it's actually a little too late now, but it was pretty neat to see the moon, which you can see up there, right there, coming over the horizon from where I'm at earlier, and it was just so large and vibrantly kind of like a light orange. Was really neat to see. And again, just kind of goes back to always reminding me that there's other things outside of the little bubble that you will be present in at all times. So it's not to say that you don't want to be present, of course, but it's just kind of a reminder, at least for me when I look at it, as far as like problems or little annoyances that come about in my life. I always kind of look at the bigger picture, and I zoom out on my current location and just kind of know there's other people out there, different locations, that are going through much worse things, and that's how I kind of relate it all back to seeing like something like the moon or whatever. Just knowing there's more out there than the area I'm currently at. But yeah, I just literally had a little small talk conversation with a random person here while I'm studying, which is always neat to get a little small insight. Previously used to live in this area. Now he's revisiting here in the Altamont Springs area with some friends and family. Just had a small conversation as far as what I'm doing, kind of studying. Asked him what he's doing. He works in Daytona Beach, and he's trained to become a barber. So also just a good reminder that you can learn a lot from just having a small interaction with a person. And that's a person you never have met before and know nothing about. You can always learn stuff. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoy just talking to people, and it's something I do, but I'd like to do it more often. So yeah, do some more studying here and get back to it. More to follow. All right, I'm back for my last update for the night. Just finishing uploading a video using the Wi-Fi here at Starbucks. After all, it is 11:15 at night, and the Wi-Fi at Whole Foods kicks off after 11, which I have come to figure out a couple nights ago. And so I was just using some Wi-Fi at Starbucks even after they close, because they don't kick off their Wi-Fi. So I'm kind of just standing near the building and using their Wi-Fi. So sometimes little things to circumnavigate. I think that's back-to-back videos I've used that word now. Just around little small issues, such as not having my own internet at my apartment. Right now, it's not something that I would put in the budget just at the moment, just because I don't have a steady cash flow coming in. But also, I enjoy getting out and not being nestled in my apartment. I'd rather just treat where I stay currently as a means for just going to sleep, using the bathroom, taking a shower, personal hygiene, of course, making some quick meals, which I have not really been doing other than the occasional oatmeal protein powder concoction. So I need to get kind of squared away with getting groceries and stocking up on some food so I can start cooking my own stuff now that I have a consistent and reliable source of power with the refrigerator on. The one day the power went out, I woke up and the morning it happened, and the night it happened, and I walked into the kitchen the next morning, not noticing up until that morning that the entire floor was wet because of the refrigerator. So I mean, of course that's going to happen, so I don't have to worry about that. But again, I'm not a person that really worries. I kind of relate this to a lot of things, and one of them could be I don't really spend my mental energy and my mental attention to things that are wasted mental memory space take up, essentially. So examples of that could be the type of media I or one is absorbing that really provides no value to one's own day-to-day ambitions, and that just frees up my space in my head and my mental reserves to focus on the things I want to focus on, and it just allows me to not be so worrisome, I would say, also on that manner. But again, everybody's different, as they kind of should be. Everybody's different in different senses, but we all are, if you really want to break it down, kind of all related in a sense. I mean, you look at I'm trying to remember what you call a person that studies people. I mean, obviously you got anthropologists. I don't know, that actually might be a person that studies people now I think about it, as far as history with people and things like that. I mean, when I say these people, I'm gonna say anthropology for the sake of this statement. And I don't really know how well this is true or not, because it seems like theories as far as human movement, pattern-wise, civilization goes, it seems like it's kind of always changing because new evidence kind of comes out. But I mean, I've always heard that a large portion of humans can be originally traced back ancestral-wise, and this is really far back, of course, in the genome line, to coming from Africa, and a large portion of people can be related to that. So, I mean, in that sense, we're kind of all related there. Also, I remember hearing a large portion of people have ancestral traces back to the Mongol era, and this would have been when Genghis Khan was ruling. And Genghis Khan was an extreme conqueror, and I believe at one point him and his army, or the soldiers he had in command, wiped out a large chunk of the human race during that time period. And the Mongol time period, I do not know exactly when that occurred, but I remember hearing that. And there is a really good podcast on that topic, one which I've not necessarily heard too much of, but I've heard some of the man's other topics, and it's called Dan Carlin's Hardcore History. And the hardcore title, the title hardcore in his name of his podcast, that is no joke. It is extremely in-depth. I mean, these podcasts, when he's breaking down certain periods of history, are 4 to 5 hours. They are definitely well told from a listening standpoint, where I would say it definitely keeps you engaged and it's stimulating, and it definitely paints a good picture. It's just, at least for me, I haven't found, I shouldn't say I haven't found, it's just, it can be kind of hard for me sometimes to take it all in. Sometimes I guess I find it stimulating, but other times I kind of zone out with it when I've listened to it in the past, but that's not necessarily meaning to say it's not interesting. I guess it just, to me, I have different tastes. But nonetheless, he definitely goes into a good series on the whole Mongols and the Mongol Empire that ruled during that point in history. It's funny to think, so I'm doing my routine now of walking back to Mikasa and just shooting out thoughts, unscripted of course, thoughts that hit my mind this right when I was uploading that video back at Starbucks. Is looking into maybe starting to do some of my and create a blog post. So get into writing a little small posts on my blog or articles on just some stuff that I've learned in the past several months to both help me work on my writing skills, communication skills, and also help with regurgitating information and being able to deliver it smoothly, because I would have by that point been practicing on fine-tuning and remembering these topics. And these would primarily be in the kind of the health field and personal training and fitness field that I've learned so far. So I think I'm going to start doing that eventually, probably within the next month or so. Start by probably interweaving this blog off my LinkedIn profile, because I have a fair amount of followers or connections to kind of help with spreading my message. But again, it's, at least for me right now, and the point I am right now in life, I'm not really trying to gain any traction social media wise. It's mainly just for me to develop and nurture my skills in that sense. Anyways, this video is going on about 8 minutes and 50 seconds, and guess where I'm at? You already know. That's 1:30 right there. We'll see what the hair is looking like come tomorrow. Not sure, and I'm never ever sure what I really ever want to do with my hair. Probably get the sides trimmed, and top, we'll see. I'm trying to maintain the blonde, like I've said before in past videos, but who knows? It all kind of depends on the barber I get and or the style. All right, last tidbit. Video turned off on me. Now I'm back on it because I ran out of memory, so I had to delete some stuff to clear some memory. Anyways, ended on peace, love, unity, and respect. As always, moderation. Everything in moderation. Blanked out on my quote there. Everything in moderation, including moderation itself. There's no such thing as. The older. Boy, I'm blanking on another quote I wanted to say before I end it. Timothy Leary. You're only as old as the last time you changed your mind. Boom. 2 quotes there. Affirmation. Continue to laugh and grow on a daily basis. Find laughter in any and every moment that you experience. And thank you as always for watching. Catch you in the next installment. This has been the DailyXander number 57. Pleasure as always. And take care and good night. Over and out.